What's up guys, Javin here with another video. Today is another episode of my How to Fight in Arena series where I just break down certain fights and explain how I outplayed my opponent. Before we hop into this video, it would mean the world to me if you use code JavinTV in the item shop, liked, and subscribed if you're new. Let's hop into this video. This first fight, I do some of my favorite moves where I place cones, edit the cones, and place walls a layer up. I then edit a window in the wall and try to place cones over my opponent, just like I did there. This works really well when there's someone one layer above you. If you edit the cones and place walls a layer up, edit a window in the wall, and then place cones over your opponent, you can oftentimes get them piece controlled so fast. If you got lost in that fight, I definitely recommend watching it back a few times because that move works so well. Next fight I have a dragon shotty, and when you have this gun, you want to get your opponent full box before taking a shot so that they can't block it. As you can see, I get this high wall before he goes over in that direction. You're going to see a trend in this video. Placing high walls is key to piece control. The way I outplayed him here was by placing that high wall, and then I was able to full box him from there. Speaking of high walls, let's check out another one. As you can see, the opponent is a few layers above me, so I do a high wall side jump here. Temper's reaction was legendary. Okay, so let's slow this down. When I do the side jump and I place those high walls up there, I immediately edit the wall that I know the opponent is on and place a cone over top. Get in the habit of doing that. If you do a side jump high wall like I did here, edit the wall and place a cone right after you do the side jump if you think they're there. You don't need to be sure that they're there, just place the cone over top in case they do go there. A lot of times you'll get them pieced up without even knowing it. So next clip is a similar situation. I had the wall here and I saw him building a ramp up. When I saw him moving against this wall, I instantly edit a window in the wall and get him full boxed. Mans was slippery, but I just had to keep the pressure on and I was able to get the kill. So as you can see here, I just focus on getting that cone over top of him. Once I get it, I get everything else around there so that he can't edit out. Even the floor, because if he edits the ramp and tries to go down, the floor stops him. So I want to include another high wall side jump clip. I think that just repetition, seeing something happen over and over again, helps you to be able to do it later on. If you see it enough, you might be able to execute it yourself, so check it out. It's the same idea. Right as I do the side jump, I look for the wall where the player is against and place a cone over top immediately. You just want to do it by habit. Build the reflex so that you can do it naturally. Just do side jumps in creative and practice editing the wall and placing a cone over top right after you do it. This move is so good. Here's another example for you. Also, there's an additional pre-box technique I did here. As you can see, he gets stuck under this ramp here, and the way I do pre-boxes is I just try to predict which way they're gonna go, and I double edit from above and place cones and walls. And then I just wait for them to walk in. They don't always walk in, but when they do, you outplay them so hard. So if you have the mats for it, just try to predict which side they're gonna go out and pre-box immediately. Then as you saw, I did another high wall. In this situation, I wanted to get to one of the sides so that I could claim the rest of the builds and have a good angle to shoot him. From there, I just set up some right hand peeks and finished the fight. So now we're gonna get into some movement tricks. As you can see, I reclaimed this brick wall here because it's one shot when he resets it. And then he's on this ramp waiting to edit down on me, but he's not gonna do it when I just have my tack held out. He's waiting for me to try to escape. Because I'm so healthy, I just want to end the fight quick, so I fake edit out the side, and I know once I fake it out the side, he's going to edit down. You can outplay opponents pretty easily with movement if you just pretend to do something. If you sell it good enough, they're going to buy it. Here's another example where I do a similar thing. In this situation, I fake edit out the side and then edit the ramp. The way I sell it is by building that floor on the outside. I completely pretend like I'm moving out there and then edit down and walk backwards so that he can't see me. Sorry about that, Ricky. You got jebaited. In this fight, I use another little trick that I like doing a lot. I'll let you watch it out real quick. So this is a way to get a cheeky shot when trying to pressure somebody's wall. They'll probably try to box you here, but if you jump up, place a floor, and then edit the floor, you can get a free shot sometimes. Good way to get some damage dealt at the start of a fight. Now this fight, pay attention to my movement when I'm taking my peek shots. As you saw, I duck down when I make the edit to take a peek shot. If I hadn't ducked down, I would have taken a lot more damage. So I'm just trying to get the opponent piece controlled. And then I notice him start walking back this way against my wall. So when I edit this wide peek to piece control, I sprint down and right the ramp to get cover behind this wall when I go to take my shots. I do a similar movement trick in this fight, however this time I use the ramp as kind of a cover. First I take the cone through the window and then take a peek shot through the window, and then I do a lot of damage with this nice peek shot along the ramp. Because this player was pressed up against my wall trying to get an angle on me, going down the ramp and playing my angles from down there made it really hard for the opponent to hit a shot on me. Once I got that heavy health advantage, I just pushed up and took the 50-50. I almost choked it because my aim is just godly like that, but overall really solid fight. This next fight I use a piece control tip that not many people know about, and it's kind of complex so you gotta pay attention. So the opponent is one layer above me. When the opponent is positioned like this, I place a cone over top of myself, edit the cone, and then place a cone over top of my own cone. And then once the opponent runs up my edited cone, I place walls around them. I missed the back wall at first here, but check it out. I get them stuck on this ramp and cone, and then I place walls around them here. Pay attention to the positioning of the opponent in this fight. They were just a little bit ahead of me on their ramp, so then I could trap them in this cone. It's a really sneaky move. In this next fight, I do a really good example of piece controlling from behind cover, which I always talk about. Figured I'd slip an example in here. First thing to note is pay attention to my crosshair placement when I'm trying to place this wall right in front of me. I have to look like straight up so that the wall doesn't place further. Right here. After that, I edit a triangle peak and get behind cover and then place cones and walls. I leave the left wall open and then I get that later when they try running out that side. At that point, they're just running into my wall. In this next fight, I do two really good piece control moves. First one I learned from Slight. I don't know if you know Slight, but he's a goated controller player. And then the second move, I just get them full box, but I had really good movement for setting up a right hand peek here. So let's break it down. The first move that Slight taught me is really good. As you can see, he's on my wall to the left here, so I edit out the right side and place a cone over top of him from the side. They usually expect you to edit the wall right in front of them, so going around the side is really sneaky and you can get them full boxed a lot easier. Plus you can set up a right hand peek from that side. Sadly didn't get the kill there, but then I get them full boxed later on, and notice how I set up a right hand peek with my left wall. As you can see, when I get them full boxed, I start moving to the left. That way when I take my shot, I instantly dip away so that they can't get a shot back on me. Movement like this is important during fights. You want to be behind cover, except for when you're taking shots. Here's another good piece control tip from behind cover. As you can see, when I get them full boxed here, I do it in a way so that they don't really have an angle to shoot me. When I double edit from above, I'm trying to get in the habit of double editing from the right side of the cone. That way I can use the left side of the cone as cover and set up right hand peeks from above. They basically have no angle to shoot me here. The most damage they probably do is like 5. And then here's another right hand peek from below that not many people do, just editing the right side of the floor and then taking a right hand peek from there. Anyways guys, that's all the clips I'm showing today. I hope this video helped you out. If you found these tips helpful, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, use code JAVINTV in the item shop, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.